The Influence Tribe, episode number 28.
I think the best content for you to do is the content that you're going to be able to consistently put out and feel comfortable doing.
Hey, Influence Tribe. Now, you can take away every tool in my business, but the one thing I can't live without is my email list. Aweber is the #1 trusted autoresponder for over 120,000 small business, network, internet, and affiliate marketers. Now, right now, you have the opportunity to try out your first month for free. Just go to theinfluencetribe.net, click on the Aweber banner to get started today. Get your prospects to know, like, and trust you with the best autoresponder out there. Head on over to theinfluencetribe.net today and click on the banner to claim your first month for free.
If you want success in internet marketing, you just have to follow what real internet marketers do.
Now, what do I have to do to get you into this website today?
Right here, you're going to learn strategies, tips, and inspiring stories from up-and-coming internet marketers and current rock stars. Welcome to the Influence Tribe, presented by your hosts, Miguel Fuentes and Scott Lindstrom.
Nice, huh?
Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Scott Lindstrom and you're hanging with the Influence Tribe this Friday night. I want to welcome to all of our viewers that are right now listening or watching us right now on theinfluencetribe.com. Be sure to go ahead, give us a shout out, put your questions and comments down below. If you happen to be listening to our podcast and you're getting value of this, be sure to head on over to iTunes, like, subscribe, and leave us a 5-star review. Before we kick things off tonight, I just got to ask Cassie, are you ready to go ahead and become a massive influencer tonight?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Couple technical difficulties, but we're rocking it still. So Cassie's coming all the way from Vancouver, Canada, and she was born and raised in Nelson, British Columbia. So she was introduced to MLM back in 2014, and a year later, she found MLSP. So some of her proud accomplishments was that she sponsored 28 people in her primary and MLSP within just a few short months, just by using the attraction marketing strategies in that system. So she's been featured on the leaderboards, and she's also going into some of her methods that she uses to get leads and sales with Facebook groups and also Instagram. But before I go ahead and turn this interview over to her, I want to go and head on over to my good friend and partner, Miguel Fuentes, who's going to tell you who we are and how you can be a part of this group called the Influence Tribe. Miguel, take it away, sir.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you for that introduction. It's Friday night. I'm always very excited on Friday night because this is the funnest night of the week. This is the night we get to bring a new and successful leader out to help you learn how to grow your business, because that's what we are here to do. We're the Influence Tribe. We're here to help you create more influence in your business and in your life. And if you understand influence, then you understand leadership. You understand what it means to lead. So I'm super duper excited to bring Cassie out and have her share her story, how she came up through the ranks, how she's been able to just generate leads all over Instagram, all over Facebook, hit the leaderboards, do all of the stuff that you want to be doing in your business. So pay attention, listen up. Cassie P, please come out and and share with us. And maybe she'll tell you why I just call her Cassie P. But Cassie, please come out and let it, for those who don't know who you are, come out and share with us and tell us your story, please.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so my name is Cassie Pereversoff. Miguel calls me Cassie P because my name is really, really hard to pronounce. So I'm saving him the hassle and saving him the embarrassment of trying to pronounce it right. So I'm just allowing him to call me Cassie P. But like I said, it's Cassie Pereversoff. Where did I begin? Basically, I started off actually in the coaching industry, not in MLM. I guess I kind of decided that I was kind of done with working a regular 9-to-5. Really wanted to get into something where I can start creating, I guess, more of a business and life on my own terms. I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do and decided to venture into coaching because it was just something that, I felt really inclined to doing just for the fact that I really liked helping people and helping people get results. So thought, why not go into coaching? From there, couldn't figure out exactly how to market myself or anything like that. I really struggled for the first, I'd say, 4 or 5 months after I was done my coaching program that I took. And actually ended up getting introduced to network marketing at that time and decided to dip my toes into that and go from there. So I ended up getting into network marketing. I struggled like crazy. I had no idea what I was doing. For some reason, probably because I was really young and naive, I really, really struggled. I remember making a list of 25 people and like calling 3 of them to have them tell me, no, are you crazy? Like, what the hell are you doing? Don't call me again. So yeah, I was just kind of like faced with a lot of like rejection with friends and family, and kind of like needed to find a way to figure out how I was going to actually be successful with the business. That's when I started to really start educating myself and looking for other ways of connecting with people that were outside of my warm market to start growing my business that way. And luckily, I connected with another girl on my team who happens to be an MLSP as well. Her and I kind of came into MLSP together, and that's when everything started to turn around for the both of us. So from there, like we were just able to take the education and the training that MLSP had and then apply it to our businesses, and we started getting results.
What were you coaching in when you first in your early on in your career? And did those skills kind of come over into your network marketing and MLSP and whatnot?
Yeah, so I started off as a health and wellness coach. Like this was my issue, is that I kind of like hopped around from like idea to idea. You know, a couple of months I'd be a health and wellness coach, and then all of a sudden I was like more of a lifestyle coach and coaching people on starting their own businesses and stuff like that. So I've kind of was like hopping back and forth. Skill wise, everything transferred over into network marketing and MLSP and stuff like that. And I have actually gone back to coaching as well. So yeah, that's what I'm doing currently, as well as I just decided, you know what, I wasn't totally passionate about the whole network marketing thing. I think it was a great experience for me, but I've gone on to do coaching now as well. So kind of like what I began with, but MLSP has helped me in that way, being able to market myself and get my message out there and stuff like that. The skills that I learned early on from coaching have definitely crossed over and helped me in network marketing and in MLSP as well.
One of the predominant ideas and thoughts about especially online marketing is the idea that you can come to this humongous cold market and just rapidly build a new warm market, especially with what we know here in MLSP. So my question to you is how are you doing that? Like, what's your strategy for really creating good, solid relationships with Facebook?
For myself, I think it's really who you are trying to attract, and then really putting out content that's going to attract those people to you, and really being yourself while creating content and positioning yourself as an expert in the industry and connecting with new people. So basically, like when I started out, what I was doing is, you know, creating content, putting it out there daily, and then connecting with people that I thought would be a good fit for me to want to work with. So I would be going out and following different people on Facebook, or I was big into prospecting before. So I would go and connect and send messages and whatnot, or just going on other leaders' pages and connecting with their audiences as well, and bringing them back over to my page to see what was going on. And I built up quite a big following that way.
What kind of content do you recommend? Or like, do you have a set, like, what's your favorite kind of content? Let me put it that way, that in your opinion generates, you know, the most buzz around your brand.
I have a total new belief around this. So I used to really believe, because of what everybody else said, like so big on video and so big on promoting yourself and putting content out via video because you get so much reach and whatever, right? I think the best content for you to do is the content that you're going to be able to consistently put out and feel comfortable doing. Because if you are not comfortable going out on video, no matter how much you practice it, whatever, if you still don't feel comfortable doing it and you are like resisting going out and doing the work every day, and you just get to a point where you're not consistent and not taking action, then doing video is not going to do anything for you because you're just not doing the action in general, right? So for me, I think it's doing whatever you feel most comfortable doing, what you want to create. Like, not everybody wants to do video. Not everybody, feels like they can express themselves that way. So I think really it's just creating the content that you want to create and making sure that you get it out there on a daily basis. So for me, I know I started out with video. I did video a lot. It's not my favorite way. It does work really effectively. You do grow a big audience with it. You do get a lot of attention that way, get a lot of reach, but there's other ways that you can create content and still get the same result. It might take a little bit more work to get there, but I think it's just doing whatever is going to get you into action and get you taking action consistently to get your message out there.
What are some of those alternative strategies to videos? Because I definitely agree. I mean, people should do what you're comfortable with. And if you're not comfortable, you're just not going to do it. It's going to be that much harder to climb that hill. What are some of those alternate strategies that you are currently using outside of video? Because it's really fascinating. I've not heard anybody say that before. Like, you know what? Don't do video if you don't want to. Everybody's very much like, you have to do video. You have to do video. Everybody has to do video.
Well, and that's the thing is like everybody is saying that you have to do it, which I agree. It's powerful if you do it, but if it's holding you back from actually going out there, and then what's the point, right? Because if you're not taking action, you're not going to get the results. So do whatever's going to allow you to take the action so you can be getting out there. The other strategies, I actually just started a podcast. It's just something that I wanted to do. I'm not on iTunes yet, but I'm going to get there. And
you are now.
Yeah, that's one way. And I actually really enjoy it. I find that it's way easier than doing video for me. And I enjoy it. I also enjoy writing. Like, that's how even in my day-to-day, if I'm going to communicate with someone, like if I'm like angry at someone and need to like lay everything out, I'm going to write them an email or write them a text message or whatever, right? So for me, expressing myself that way is what works. People get the message across. I can communicate clearly. So those are just like different ways. So if blogging's your thing, then go ahead and blog. As long as you're getting your content out there and getting it in front of new people, I don't think it matters what you're doing.
How do you advise? Now, this is kind of an interesting question. How does one know that you're not being yourself? If you are out there marketing and everybody says be yourself and you think you are, but you're still not getting any attention, no likes, how do you help people get through that?
But I think it's just like unfiltering yourself, right? So not worrying about what everybody else is going to think, speaking your mind and saying what you really want to truthfully say, regardless if people kind of agree with you or not. I think a lot of people hold themselves back and they don't say what they want to say, like this professional front or like some other front on. So I think if you're going to be authentically marketing yourself, just being as true as you are to who you are and making sure that you are communicating that to your people.
I was going to point out that that's what I think that makes Gary Vee so attractive, is because it's not just because of the F-bombs that he drops, but also the authentic marketer that he is.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I think like a lot of people hold back on that. And I know like even for myself, I came from a very professional background. I had to hide my true self for so long. Like there's so many things about me that, I just wouldn't even like let my work people see because, I was so fearful that they would judge me for it, right? Now coming into the online world and, I did it a little bit at the beginning and I'm just realizing like, no, if I want to work with people, I want to work with people that I would be happy to go on vacation with, right? Happy to hang out with in real life. And the only way for me to attract the people that are just like me and that I would like to hang out with is by being myself. So definitely not being afraid to show my true self and show who I am as a person, because I know that I'm going to attract the same type of people back to me that I would even want in my circle anyway. So
very awesome. I love that answer. I mean, you can't possibly take someone with you to the top that you just don't like them. There's just no way.
Well, and that's the thing. And if you are trying to like please everybody and, pretend that you're someone else, you're going to end up bringing people into your circle, into your tribe, into your team that don't agree with you, that aren't on the same page. And you're going to end up hating everybody that you're around. So you came into this business so you can have freedom and work with whoever you want.
I know you mentioned you've used groups before. Is there any specific person, and I bring groups into this question because there's a lot of people in groups, a lot of various different people that you're going to run across. What are some of the things that they're doing that you shouldn't be doing on Facebook, especially? Like, who do we run from?
Like, as for people that are like spamming and stuff like that, or like people that are in those types of groups, like I have my own private group that I bring people into, right? And I don't allow like spammy stuff going on or anything like that, or people try to like recruit people, or I run from the people that aren't providing value. And I don't allow them into my private group, but just in groups in general, like those types of people, I just wouldn't even consider working with either, right? So it's definitely, if you are using groups, using them to provide value in and attract people that way.
How did you go about starting your own group, and how do you manage it on a daily?
I treat it just like my regular Facebook page and then provide extra value for them. So I will go and hop in and do a live for them. So like a live training and stuff like that. Basically, what I've done is kind of like having a little funnel going into it. So I would have like a capture page, get people in on my list, and then from there, let them know about my group and have them join my free group from there. So that's how I've had most of the people join my group, was just from funneling them in. So whether I posted a lead magnet on Facebook or whether it's been on Instagram, automatically as soon as they opt in, they get taken to a thank you page that says, hey, join my free group for whatever it is that I'm promoting. So my group is for people who are wanting to build a business online. So they either get entered in there or they get a welcome email, which again asks them to join the free group. So they enter in my community that way. And having that community is great because you can basically, you're like the expert in that community, right? So you're building relationships with people in there. They're viewing you as the expert, and they're more likely to buy from you if you put out offers in front of them.
We're going to get right back to our show. But first, just a quick important announcement.
Hey, what's going on, Influence Tribe? Do you want 2017 to be the game changer in your business? Then you need to attend this event called Live the Dream in Austin, Texas on August 11th through the 13th. This is an awesome 3-day event where you can learn from multiple 6- and 7-figure income earners. Now, right now, you have the opportunity to save up to $200 with the early bird special price. It's very simple. Just head on over to ltd.theinfluencetribe.net. That's ltd.theinfluencetribe.net.
Are you getting tons of value? Yeah! See, we told you. Be sure to head over to iTunes to like and subscribe. The Influence Tribe.
So when you say you run it like you do your regular page, what does that include?
So I go in and share like any content that I'm sharing. I do also go in there and ask them for feedback. So asking them what they want to learn from me, and then going and creating content that's specifically tailored to what they want to learn.
Do you recommend that folks start out with a custom funnel, or how do you recommend they start out?
It depends on what your goal is, right? So obviously, if you can utilize the MLSP funnels and capture page systems and the system campaigns, then use those and you don't have to create your own. But if that's not your target audience, like people that would be interested in that stuff, then going and creating your own is definitely going to be beneficial to you. And you might as well, like, I don't see why you wouldn't start off. Like, some people are like, oh, well, it's going to be too complicated for new people, but it's going to be complicated at whatever point you start, right? You just have to get started and do it. So,
Cassie, in the beginning, we all struggle. Give us something that you had to overcome early in your business to succeed.
Oh God. Okay. What did I overcome? I would say like mindset stuff, beliefs about myself and what I was capable of, and getting over what other people thought about me. Because that was like a huge thing, right? A lot of people are so scared of like what others think, and they're scared of getting rejected. That's definitely something that you have to overcome if you want to be successful, no matter what business that you're in.
Can you give us your proudest moment in either your network marketing or any other business that you have right now, one of your proudest moments?
Oh, I recruited, this was last summer. I think in about over 1 or 2 days, I brought in 10 people into MLSP, which was super exciting because prior to that, when I was in network marketing, I I could not sign up a soul. I could like hardly sell sell a product, never mind like sign up anyone into my business. There was like one day that came and I literally signed up 10 people over like 1 or 2 days, which was really exciting for me. So I think it just showed like how much I had learned and, you know, how much of an influence I was having because people were willing to sign up and join me. Yeah, I just realized that obviously I had more influence than I thought I did. Yeah, it's just seeing the fruits of my labor.
Give us one habit that's helped you become successful in your business.
I put in a morning mindset practice, which is one habit that I've developed, which has been so helpful because it's definitely helped me change my beliefs about myself and about what I'm capable of achieving. Really like helped me kind of almost coach myself in times where I felt like, you know, I really needed to like get things out and I didn't know like how to accomplish something. And I've like journaled around it, stuff like that, and have been able to coach myself around it and find different solutions to help me move forward. So I think like that's been something that's been really, really helpful for me. But honestly, I've been doing it now for like 3 months every single morning. And I think it's been so helpful just for getting me into a good mindset in the morning and really helping me change my beliefs about certain things and being able to move forward in my business every day.
Can I ask how long you do that in the morning for?
It really depends. Sometimes I'll do it for 10 minutes. Sometimes I'll do it for 2 hours. It's really however long I feel like I need to spend on it. But I think it's like the most important part of your business anyway is your mindset. If you don't have the right mindset, you're going to really, really struggle. So focusing on that is a huge part of whether or not you're going to be successful.
Who do you accredit doing that mindset with, or who's responsible for getting you involved in that?
I actually was working with a coach. So she got me into the habit of doing that every day. I think one of her coaches got her into doing it and she found it really helpful.
No, I was just curious what your activities were on a daily basis, because there's a lot of theory out there regarding, you know, the morning routine. You've got like, there's just a lot out there, and everybody does this differently. Some people meditate, some people do, you know, they read in the morning. What activities do you find the most useful for yourself?
Journaling, usually I'll listen to some sort of like motivational thing or podcast or something inspirational, something like personal development wise or whatever as well. And then, yeah, usually sometimes I'll do some reading. I don't typically do a whole lot of reading in the morning. Sometimes I will. I usually keep my mindset stuff like going throughout the day. But yeah, like I said, journaling. So going over my money goals, affirmations, gratitude practice. Yeah, all different sorts of mindset things to help me get going in the morning.
I'm always just finding out new and different things from the various leaders we have on here on the tribe, you know, and everybody has a different take or a different activity that might resonate with someone in a way like, oh, journaling, I hadn't thought of that. So I'm always curious what you actually do.
Cassie, leaders are readers. So what is some of the books that you would recommend that you've read in the last 6 months?
The Slight Edge is really good. Magnetic Sponsoring. If you haven't read that book, you need to read that book. I only read it, I think, a few months ago, and I don't know why I waited so long to read it, because everything that like MLSP is about is like in there, and everything just like connects the dots and it makes so much more sense. So if you're in MLSP, you need to read Magnetic Sponsoring if you haven't already. There's like another one is called the 12-Week Year, which is like about like compressing your goals into a shorter amount of time, which is a really good book as well. I know Keisha Bass had recommended it, and then that's how I kind of got the idea from and read it, and it's a really, really good book as well. So yeah, definitely those 3 are good ones to start off with.
Can you give us one of the best pieces of advice that you've ever received that's related to your business by somebody that you are being mentored by, or somebody that gave you this information?
Staying consistent. It doesn't, like, that's the thing, is like you can consistently showing up and being persistent about what it is that you want. you're eventually going to get there, right? No matter how long it takes, you're going to get there. But you have to stay consistent and you need to keep doing the work day in and day out. So I think like that's been one of the biggest things, because sometimes we don't get the results that we want right away. And people are too quick to give up. If they see that something's not working, they just give up without doing it until they get the result that they want, right? So definitely staying consistent. That's another thing. Going out there and getting a result. So you can go off, and I think that's like been one of like the biggest things that also helped me in my business, was that I went and I've learned things and then implemented them, gotten a result, and then marketed the crap out of them. And that's really helped to attract a lot of people to me as well, because there's a lot of people that don't know how to accomplish something or don't know how to get the same results. And they're always wanting to know. And that's definitely what gets you a lot of attention, and definitely gets people so much more interested in what you're doing, whether that's just getting a result with like your network marketing company or your products or whatever it is, whether it's with MLSP. Just like finding something you can get a result with, get a result, and then obviously market that.
Can you share with us a moment in your business that you were struggling, and then all of a sudden you had this breakthrough, this aha moment where it just all clicked and started coming together for you? What was that?
I'm going to say this is just like something recently too. I've been like going through a lot of like resistance in my business, to the point where I was like, not wanting to take action. I was just excited to do the work. I think it was really taking a look at the activities that I was doing and what I really wanted to do, and making sure that I was just listening to like my gut instinct of what I wanted to do, right? So like I said, even with like the whole video thing, like I was really resistant to doing videos. And like, that's one of the ways that I've grown my business in the past. So I like really had to check in with myself and be like, okay, like why is it that I'm resisting it? Like, I just didn't feel like doing it anymore. And I wanted to start doing things a little bit differently. So going and just kind of like realizing that I didn't have to do things that way, and being able to find other ways and of getting myself out there and back into like, I guess, motivation to keep continuing and taking action and stuff like that. And like just realizing that that's like been one of the biggest breakthroughs, because again, I'm just getting so much more momentum just because of that, realizing, okay, like this wasn't working for me anymore and I need to do things differently, and just knowing when to change things up and when to kind of push yourself back into action and get into action that way.
I really am grateful. Thank you for coming out and sharing with us tonight, Cassie. We absolutely appreciate you, even though we had a bit of a tech issue tonight, but we're still rocking and rolling. And I want to encourage everyone who's listening or watching to this right now that you should be moving forward as well in your business. You should be looking to create the results that you wanted when you got started. Now is the time to get back with someone who invited you here. Get with them. Click the big yellow button on the side of the page. Fill out the form, come find us. Let's lock arms. Let's work together. Let's create some massive influence in your world. That's all I want to do. I just want to let people know about that, Scott. Thanks again, Cassie. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Cassie, I got one final question. It's the $1 million question. Are you ready for this?
Maybe. Am I?
You've lost all your income, but you have all the knowledge you currently possess. So if you had to start all over again in your business, what would you do to start getting immediate results?
Like I said, I would go out and find a way to get a result. So whatever it is that I'm doing, learning as much as I can really quickly, implementing something, getting a result, and then marketing that result to get obviously people interested in what it is that I'm doing. Like I said, it works. Results-based marketing in general is something that works. So that always piques people's curiosity, always gets people interested in what it is that you're doing, and it starts conversations. So that's definitely something that I would do right away.
Do you have any parting words for all the audience members out there, and how can they get in contact with you?
They can get in contact with me on Facebook. So my name again is Cassie Pereversoff. You can find the little image and copy my name, put it into Facebook, and I'm the one and only. But no, yeah, definitely get in touch with me on Facebook if you do want to get in touch with me. I have a blog as well, but I haven't been very active over there, so it's not that exciting. So I'm more active on Facebook or Instagram. So definitely find me on there. And like parting advice is definitely find leaders that are getting the results that you want and studying every single thing that they're doing, and then start applying it to your own business. Get some results.
Thanks, Cassie, for coming on tonight. I appreciate the fact that you took time out, and I look forward to going and having you on in a future episode. So thank you again.
Awesome. Thank you.
Folks, you are a product of the 5 closest people that you hang out with, and tonight you've been hanging out with Cassie. So with that being said, want to wish everybody a great evening. Good night. God bless.
Thank you for joining us today at the Influence Tribe. All right, here's what you got to do. Run, don't walk. Over to theinfluencetribe.net for recaps of every show, training, and helpful resources. Make no mistake, your internet marketing success is waiting for you. Head to the website and prepare yourself to become a massive influencer.